Hello, boys and girls. Thank you for joining me today. As you can see, I'm wearing my kitchen apron, and that means we're going to be heading into the kitchen today. But first, let's sing our good morning song. Are you ready? Here we go. Good morning, I see your happy smile. Good morning, let's stay here for a while. Let's clap. We are all at school today. 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 Well, let's head into the kitchen, and today I'm going to show you how to make a pudding recipe that's called Heaven in a Jar. Follow me. Here we are in the kitchen, ready to start our new baking. But this time, it doesn't even involve the oven. We're going to be making a dessert that will go into the refrigerator and then come back and we'll assemble it. So the name of this recipe is Heaven in a Jar. And I wanted to share the story with how I got that name. I made this dessert for a family event, and one of my nephews came and asked me what I called this dessert. And I said, I really don't have a name for this dessert. And he said, I have one. It's Heaven in a Jar. And so I've stuck with that name ever since. And I hope when you taste it, you'll feel like it tastes like heaven in a jar. Well, remember, before we get started doing anything in the kitchen, wash your hands. So I've already washed mine so we can get going. But when you're ready to start, be sure you wash your hands first. So I have my ingredients in front of me right now, and you're looking at the recipe right now. There's a picture that will show you all the different ingredients that we're going to be using today, and then I will show you how to begin assembling it all. All right, let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start with 2 small boxes of instant pudding. It can either be vanilla or banana. I happen to love banana, so I'm going to use banana pudding. And make sure it's the instant pudding. And they're the 2 smaller boxes, not the big boxes. All right, let me get my next one out. And you can, if the store sometimes only has vanilla, vanilla tastes delicious too. Either one. All right, I have my pudding here. I'm gonna go get my 2 cups of cold milk. All right, here it is. I have 2 cups, and I'm going to pour it into my pudding. And then I'm going to take my wire whisk, and I'm going to mix it up. So all the powder and the milk combine to make a smooth pudding. You want to do this for about 2 minutes, but I'm going to speed it up a little bit so you don't have to watch me doing this too long. All right, it's already looking good. Nice and smooth. Okay, now you're going to put this in the refrigerator for 5 minutes. Well, now, while that's in there for 5 minutes, we have other work that we need to do. So we're going to make a cookie crumble that's going to go inside. So you're going to want to have some vanilla wafer cookies, and we're going to need to count out 30 cookies. This is a big number. Are you ready to count with me? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, this is going to be a big number. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I put a little plastic bag in a bowl so that now I can just lift it out. And now comes the fun part. We get to mush and squish them because we want them to be little crumbs. Let me move this over. So you can either squish them like this with your hands, squish, 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 squish. Or if mom or dad have a roller like this is for pastry, you can roll it over the cookies. Roll it, and then flip the bag over and roll it, roll it, roll it. And now I'm gonna squish them a little like this and roll it, roll it, roll it. Moms and dads, if you have like a Cuisinart food processor, you could even do this much faster in there. But I thought that the kids might really enjoy rolling, 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 or squishing, squishing, squishing. All right, that's looking pretty good right now. So now I'm gonna pour my cookies back into this bowl. And then I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of white sugar. 1, 2, and put in 3 tablespoons of melted butter. I already melted it. All right, now we want to stir it all together. Stir and stir and stir to kind of blend it together. And you'll see that the cookies look like they're a little bit wet, and that's from the butter. And that's exactly how we want it to look. All right, that looks ready. I'm gonna set that to the side because we're gonna need that later. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna slice up the bananas and get them ready. So what I have is a cutting board, and I have a gentle knife. So it doesn't have sharp angles on it. So moms and dads, if you have a butter knife that the kids can use, bananas are so easy to cut, it might be fun for them to get to try that with your supervision, of course. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slice them. I'm gonna dip them in a little bit of lemon juice and put them in my bowl for when we get ready to put all this together. So I'm just gonna make some slices. And then I'm gonna take them and dip them in the lemon juice and drop them in my bowl. So boys and girls, I'm gonna keep working on that and get that finished while we're waiting for the pudding to settle. And when I'm ready for us to assemble it, come back and we're gonna put everything together. I'll see you back real soon. So it's time now to get the pudding out of the refrigerator. Now it's nice and thick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the pudding into a bigger bowl. And then I'm gonna add 1 container of Cool Whip. That's like a whipped cream. Who doesn't like whipped cream? All right. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold them together until they're all blended. So now what it's gonna do is make kind of a fluffy pudding. And then we're ready to assemble. As soon as I get this done, let me get a little bit more mixing. I want you to see what it looks like when it's ready to go. We want to make sure all of the Cool Whip is mixed in to the pudding. It's starting to come together. Okay, I think it looks ready to go. So now, it's up to you what kind of container you want to put it in. When I did it for a party, I used small little mason jars, and I layered it in, put a top on it, and then that's how I served it. This is also a nice way to just keep it in your refrigerator because it tastes good for a few days in there. So it's another safe way to keep it in there and just pull them out as you need it. But if you don't have little mason jars, you could use little dessert cups or regular cups or bowls, whatever you have, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to use these two just to demonstrate how we put it together. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to put in about a tablespoon of your cookie crumble in the bottom. Like that. Then after that, we're going to put some pudding. So I'm going to use my tablespoon and just plop some in. Like that. Plop it in. Depending on the size of your jar, you might need a little bit more than 1 tablespoon. Okay, now I'm going to put on some bananas. I usually put in about 3 or 4. Now I wanted to tell you at this point, if you guys like chocolate chips, or maybe you like crushed up nuts, you could put some of that in right now too. But I'm just keeping it simple with just the cookies, the pudding, and the bananas. All right, and then you repeat again. So I'm gonna just finish up with the jar. We're gonna put in the cookies, the pudding, and I usually put in 3 or 4 bananas, depending on how it fits on top. Then I like to just drizzle a little bit of cookie crumbs on the top so it looks fun. And now I close it up and I put it in the fridge until it's done. And it really is done. You could eat it soon, but the colder it is, I think the better it tastes. So I would leave it in there maybe for a couple of hours before you brought it out and served it. This would be delicious this week because it's going to be such a hot week, and this tastes very cold and refreshing. So I hope you'll get a chance to make it. And now, boys and girls, I'll finish these up on my own. I just wanted to show you how to assemble it. And let's go back in the other room and get ready to say goodbye. Well, that was a lot of fun showing you how to make the pudding recipe called Heaven in a Jar. I hope you like it as much as we do. Well, it's time for us to say goodbye to our friends. So I brought Bunny to join us and sing our goodbye song. Are you ready, Bunny, to sing? Okay, let's go. It's time to say goodbye to our friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to our friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye. So just smile and wink your eye. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to our friends. Goodbye. Are you ready to blow a kiss to the boys and girls? Okay, me too. Boys and girls, maybe you can blow us a kiss too. Are you ready? Here we go. Mwah! Goodbye, boys and girls. We'll see you soon.